Indeed, Barthes is kicking off on Saturday. We have 8 teams attending, and we have the games at Nyayo National Stadium starting at 9 a.m. I will share with you the order of the games. But we have a very good pool of teams, obviously starting with the hosts and the defending champions, Kenya, Chipu. We have our neighbors, Uganda. We have Zambia. We have Zimbabwe. We have Madagascar, Namibia, Cote d'Ivoire, and Tunisia. So it's a full international tournament of that with that quality of teams, and we are looking forward to hosting them. And we are just making the final touches in terms of the plans for the event, but everything is in place. We've gotten very good support from the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage and all the other traditional KRU partners. We have focused a lot on around player welfare. So as you know, we work under the guidelines of the Ministry of Health, which has allowed basically people to come in provided you're vaccinated. So the first test is really around the vaccinations to ensure that all the players are vaccinated. Then we have also taken a decision that we're going to test the players. On Friday, we'll do rapid tests just to ensure that the players are safe. We are still operating around, can I call it a mini bubble, around the players, just to keep them safe. For the fans, again, because of the change in circumstances, fans are welcome to the games, and we've started selling tickets, and that's going quite well. And we'll just keep encouraging the fans to follow the different protocols from the ministry so that we can still keep a safe environment. And you can look at our current Kenya Simbas and even Kenya Shujaa. So there are many players who've come through the Chipu structure, the likes of Vincent Onyala, Johnston Olindi, Sami Oliech. There are very many. Ian Jenga, Okeyo of Nakuru. There are so many players who, because of playing in under 20, have since transitioned to the main team. Most definitely, if you look at how the coaches approach the selection, they typically do a balance of 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and 20-year-olds. So at least half of this team were in the setup last year. So it gives you that continuity. And even now we've brought a number of 18-year-olds who will be hopefully with the team for the next 3 editions. Because then you have to keep the pipeline going. I believe the team is in a very good space. I mean, I've been speaking to the coaches. I visited the camps as well, just to ensure that what people say is happening is happening. We've got support. You can see they're training here at KCB Club, which is a good environment, using the equipment and the like. So we are good to go. We are ready. But it being an 8-team tournament, I know teams like Namibia, teams like Zimbabwe have also been working very hard. Same to Zambia and even the North Africans. So it's going to be very competitive. But we will come through, and of course we have the 16th man. We have the fans now able to come to Nyayo Stadium and enjoy the games. So let us use that as an opportunity to support Chipu, and let all Kenyans rally around them and really give them that extra energy. You know, when Kenyan fans come behind you, you know we are indomitable. Yeah. And the first time we won Barthes, we were here. Yeah. So it's such a good feeling that we're still working closely with KCB, and just that this ground is a bit too small to carry the fans. Yeah. So we're going to a place where we can fit 20,000 Kenyans.
All right, thank you very much for having me. First, I may say that the boys are getting ready, they're getting prepared. Of course, we've been forced to work, with very limited time. Or the timelines have been very hard. You can't even compare it to last season in terms of preparation and everything. For example, there are some phases that we had to just take out, like the hypertrophy phase, which is very vital because of the period of time that was available for us to prepare. Again, you've talked about the camp. We'll be joining the residential camp tomorrow. Hopefully, because the tournament is kicking off on Saturday. Yeah, I believe we are doing everything ready to make sure that the boys will be ready to represent the country by the time that Saturday or the tournament will be kicking off. Yeah, and then definitely, this is a very huge responsibility. You see, representing 50 million plus is not easy. So I can just imagine what's going on in the mind of these boys. Most of them are coming fresh from high school, so they really know putting on the national colors is a very big thing. Again, the quality of competition this year is not the same as last year. As you are aware, last year many teams could not come because of COVID, but this time round it has been expanded to 8 teams. So it means that, and it's also a knockout stage, so every game is basically a final. You see, starting from this Saturday, you get knocked out, your chances of progressing is limited. Yeah, so it's a fair challenge, but I believe we'll be able to face it with the preparation that we've had. Yes, I'll say there's some notable difference in terms of how their bodies are reacting. First, as you know, last year there was that restricted, the outdoor activities and sports. Then it was actually opened out slowly to Kenya Cup clubs. This time round it has been fully opened to even championship and nationwide teams. And most of these players have been playing in those different levels of competition, be it Kenya Cup or the championship or even nationwide. So looking at their body, sometimes we've been forced to work under fatigue because on Saturday they've been having their club matches, then on Sunday we've been training and it has been very limited. So we've been forcing them under fatigue just to get the results that we need. Maybe that's the main difference that we're having. As far as conditioning is concerned, last year we were better prepared, I might say this, because even though we had some restriction, but we were in a bubble and we got into a camp early enough and we were able to monitor them individually as well as a team. But for now, this time round, it has been a bit challenging because after it being opened, we've been working with them coming from home. So you see, it's very hard for me to know how they sleep or what they eat. And you see also conditioning goes hand in hand with rest, stroke, diet as well. So sometimes maybe you might be pushing them to their limit here, but once they go home, maybe they don't know or they don't have a proper meal. Yeah, that is also another challenge, but I believe they'll be ready to do their part and they've raised their hand to be counted. Let them go there and represent the country.
Thank you.